What's up, people? This is Jose Trujillo, the world's greatest living artist. I'm here in my studio, and we're about to make some damage. We're gonna be doing some damage right now. Some damage. But first, yeah, I gotta think of what kind of damage I'm gonna do. What kind of damage? So I guess we'll leave this fate to the god. This fate to the gods, baby. What's up, Constance? What's up, Annie? What's up, Annie, Constance? Let's see if this makes anything. If this means or makes anything happen. Oh, just a second, guys. What's up, people? So I gotta pick up. I gotta grab my food. Where's my mask at? Oh, I got some mask up. I gotta mask up because I'm in AZ, baby. What's up, people? This is Jose Trujillo. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm coming. I gotta get my lunch. I gotta get my lunch. Oh,
Hey,
hi.
you ordered for DoorDash?
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Come on, good boy. Gotta get my lunch on. Hola, ¿cómo está, people? Dude, Marcel, these are good. This samosa Latinx, all kinds of good stuff in there. It's Indian and Latinx food, baby. Let me get some hand sanitizer before I get started. Barreling. Boom, 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 baby. Hope everybody's been doing good, my friends. It's not easy being me, but someone's got to do the job. But I'm going to tell you, it's just not easy. No es fácil. No es fácil being me. I tell my wife this all the time. I'm like, babe, it's not easy being me. She's like, yeah, whatever. Can't tell a woman that it's not easy being, or your spouse, not just a woman, but it's your spouse. Because chances are, I think especially women, they work harder. So chances are your spouse just looks at you and rolls their eyes. Anyways, my wife works very hard, so I tease her. I'm like, babe, it's not easy being me. Vamos a pintar. There we go, see? What's happening, Bill? So let's see what this brings today, my friends. Let me see if I can get some of that rich color, some of that rich color. In there. Look at that. Boom. Look at that. Check it out, guys. Very simple stuff, okay? Sometimes too simple, I scare myself. I'm like, oh man, maybe this is too simple. Maybe I should put a little something else in there. But I have to control myself. I must control myself because simplicity always wins for me. I gotta check myself before I wreck myself. That kind of deal. Look at that. Ooh, baby, please don't go. Dun, 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 dun. Very simple palette knife structure right here. Oranges, yeah, oranges tend to be a little frustrating for one simple reason. Usually when you're painting orange, you can't keep it clean unless you have some practice in there, some killer practice. It's a little difficult to make the orange clean. What ends up happening for most artists is the overbrushing. And so they tend to underbrush. They're afraid of overbrushing because they're afraid of making the colors too muddy. And so they end up underbrushing. So one of the things that I say is don't underbrush, overbrush, but overbrush calmly. I always say this, it's better to overbrush a painting than to underbrush it. Meaning it's always better to put more in the painting. One of the things that artists, when they're starting out, or they maybe not have the experience yet, a lot of experience yet, one of the things that happens is that we tend to underbrush, or another way of saying that is we put less paint on the canvas. And there's a fear. There's a reason why we do this. The main fear is I don't want my colors to get muddy, and so you're sort of walking on eggshells with it. And so I say to artists, walk on eggshells in terms of how slow you're moving, right? Walk on eggshells in terms of how slow you're moving, but don't walk on eggshells when it comes to putting paint on the canvas. If that makes any sense. In other words, do it slowly, but do a lot of it. Overbrush. That's really where you start finding the creativity, and the art comes out of the overbrushing, I think. Because you start doing things that you never really even thought about doing. So that's one way of looking at it. Let's put some blue, because you're gonna have orange, you want to have some blue in there. Match made in heaven. Look at that. Just like that. Look at that. Another thing that I've learned is don't think about your painting so much. Just paint. Don't think about the outcomes. Don't think about whether you're going to sell it or not, or is this any good, or the outcomes are almost always well, first of all, the outcomes figure out themselves. But when you're thinking too much about a painting, you kind of seem to you taint it. And so there should be more doing. There should be more painting than thinking. There should be disproportionately more painting than thinking about whatever you're doing. If that makes any sense. Anytime you're thinking about something, I promise you, you're going to mess it up. And you're going to mess it up in a way that is really weird, because you can't really mess it up, but your intentions will mess it up. Because I think life is not meant to be thought so much. I think life is meant to be. And being has a lot of action in it too. It has a lot of doing. It has a lot of not doing, but it has a lot of doing too. You know, being has a lot of doing. And I think that if you approach your artwork from a stance of, you know what, I'm just going to do, because you can't really be, right, in the artwork. You can't really sit there and just contemplate. You can do that if you want to, but that's not what's going to get it done. What's going to get it done is the doing of it. And so the doing without thinking is really what gets the whole thing done. And it gets it done marvelously. It gets it done like a miracle. Like Miracle Whip. Like Miracle Whip. It gets it done like a miracle because thinking, when you're thinking about your artwork and you're thinking about, what does this mean? You know, where is this going? Am I going to be able to sell this? Would it look better if it was framed? What kind of style am I doing? Or that looks odd. Maybe I should remove that. Maybe when you're doing that, all those things that I'm playing around with, that I'm mentioning right now, it's like getting a hose, opening and shutting it, opening and shutting it. You're cutting the circulation of the flow. And so, in my perspective, it's better to just open that hose, and it don't matter that there are some things you don't like, that you get on let's call it an overspray. I'd rather do that than going and stopping. This thing is it's like a roller coaster. You You have to just kind of lift your arms and let go. It's not gonna stop, and if you do, you're not gonna have fun with it. You know, this thing, yeah, I think it's like a roller coaster. Just lift up your arms and ride it, baby. Let it go. You cannot control the painting. Your mind is always going to be playing with you, telling you that you need to control the painting, or that your subject matter is not good, or whatever. You cannot control the painting. You may be able to do it once or twice, but you can't do it every day. What you can do every day is show up and paint. That's what you can do. You can show up and paint, but there's no reassurance that you're going to create something great, or that you're going to be able to control exactly what you're doing and how to do it really great, and you know, the best subject matter, or the best color mixings, or the best compositions, or none of that. There's no way to control that. It's not even real. But again, what is real is that you can show up and you can paint, and you can keep doing that. And then some of them you win and some of them you lose. I've learned this in my own career. Some you win, some you lose. You know, some of them I'm like, oh my God, this is so great. And some of them it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. That doesn't look anything good. And in between, you get some of them that are just outstanding. If that makes any sense. But if you're hi Mika, if you're expecting to, hey, what's up, Braston? How's it going, my brother? If you expect them to win them all, you're not going to be able to win them all. It's going to be painful. How's it going, Alicia? Good to see you here. Let's see who else we got. I got Ken too. What's up, Ken? How's it going?
So I can clean that.
Let me go. And so the temptation is to be able to control the painting. That's always a temptation. Nice. That's a good place to lose money. Hey, at least you had fun, no? And so that's the idea, my friends. I hope that this makes sense also. There's only one thing you can control, and that's if you're going to show up or not. Everything else is like, you can't really control that. I mean, it feels like you can. And so we keep trying to do it, but you really can't. I feel like it's like breathing, you know? Like painting is like breathing. You really can't control it. It happens automatically. It gives you the idea, the perception that you can, but you really can't control your breathing. It's mechanical. You know, the body's intelligence doesn't leave it up to you to control the breathing. You probably die. Not probably. Anyone would die. The moment you go to sleep, you die. If it was up to you to control it. So the body's intelligence takes over. I think it's the same thing with painting, except you don't die.
Maybe ND, because it would be Nutella banana. So that's my daddy's. Yeah, banana.
All right, guys, I gotta get something to eat. I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Yeah, they look so pretty.
They brand them, Marcel. Isn't it cool?
What did you get, mint?
Yeah.
Look at that. All right, my friends. I'm going to let you go now. Take care. Peace out. Be well. Adios.